The back and forth continues as the Arkansas Supreme Court determines whether or not the abortion amendment can make it to the ballot. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Faith Woodard. Today, both the state and the sponsor of the amendment filed responses, which will go before the state's highest court. THV 11's Ashley Godwin spoke to a legal expert on what happens next.
The court can act very quickly when it wants to.
With less than 100 days until the election, the Arkansas Supreme Court is looking at whether or not the organization that sponsored the Arkansas Abortion Amendment followed state law for certification. While the Secretary of State says no, the group Arkansans for Limited Government says they did, including adding a new document to their case they say shows the Secretary of State's office is not treating every petition equally. The document is an email the Secretary of State sent to the group sponsoring a medical marijuana amendment. The email says the group failed to comply with submitting a list of paid canvassers, but will apply this during the cure period. Arkansans for Limited Government says these issues are the exact same, but the Secretary of State has not disqualified the other petition, so they should get a cure period as well.
Well, I think it's a relevant factor, right? If, in fact, this group is not given an opportunity to cure, as I described earlier, and other groups are given opportunities to cure for comparable issues, then that's an issue.
The group collected more than 100,000 signatures for the petition, but the state is arguing whether or not they can include 14,000 of those, which would put them under the threshold to go on the ballot. The Supreme Court will make that ruling, deciding if those signatures can be included, and if not, whether the group will have a cure period to fix those issues. In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
And as we get ready for this year's election, we've got you covered for any questions or concerns until November 5th. From voter registration information, voting deadlines, to updates on upcoming ballot initiatives, if you're not in the know about the election, we make getting caught up easy. All you have to do is send a text with the word VOTE to 501-376-1111, and we'll send everything you need to know straight to your phone.